Hi, and welcome to My Story with CareCredit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with CareCredit did it with their CareCredit credit card. CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Freena, and today we're talking with Joan, who shares her CareCredit story and how getting hearing health literally changed her life, and how she was able to get some very needed dental work for her son. You are going to love her story.
Hi, I'm Joan, and I've used CareCredit for more than 10 years. The first thing I used it for was hearing aids. I had needed them for a long while. People were very angry that I had to keep saying, "What did you say? What did you say?" And I went to them thinking I might be able to budget somehow, and when this card came up, it was wonderful. I was able to get them immediately. And I've used it the same way for other things since then, and it's wonderful when you need something to be able to get it when you need it and not have to save. It makes one very lonesome to be in a crowd and not be able to hear what's going on, or not to be able to be in a conversation with somebody because you're not sure that you're hearing what they're saying. I'm 86, I'm retired, so it's very difficult to save enough money for possible needs in the future. This CareCredit card was wonderful because it let me take care of what I needed to have taken care of without having to say, "Oh, I'll have to wait till next year." Thank you, CareCredit, for giving me the ability to get done what I need to have done with the freedom to make these choices without worrying so much.
Joan, I'm excited to hear about your CareCredit story. Where and when did you first hear about the CareCredit credit card?
It's been so many years that I can't remember the first time.
Okay.
But I'm 86 and I'm on a fixed income and I need to budget for any expenses.
Right.
And the CareCredit card was so liberating. I went to have my ears tested because I'd been having problems.
Okay.
And they said I would need them, and was rather a large amount. But they were able to introduce me to the card, and I was able to get the hearing aids right there.
Right then and there.
That had never happened before.
Wow.
And the same thing happened when I needed cataract surgery.
Okay.
I didn't have to wait. I was able to have it done. It has been so liberating as a senior citizen who is used to saving pennies and economizing so I can pay for anything that's needed, to have this wonderful card that lets me get what I need when I need it.
That's incredible.
And coming up will be some dental work.
That's next.
Yes, that's
So
next.
you did the hearing aids
Hearing
first.
aids.
Was that your first time receiving hearing aids?
Yes.
Okay, so that was like a kind of a life changer.
It was a big life changer. It let me know what was going on. I used to just sit and be quiet because I couldn't hear what anyone was saying. Was afraid if I gave a reply, it would be on someplace out in left field.
Right.
So it was a big change in my life to be able to hear what was going on.
Gosh, I bet.
And with the cataracts, it's wonderful. You can see
Right.
colors. You can see so much.
So how long ago was that surgery?
That was 5 years ago.
5 years ago. So did you know you needed cataract surgery, or were you like seeing things differently?
No, I'd have gone to the ophthalmologist, and he said, "Joan, I think it's about time we did something so you could see."
Okay.
I drive myself, so I've found it difficult to drive at night.
Okay.
And that was the first thing
That's what you recognized.
And I live alone, and I need to be able to drive. So this, again, was so liberating to be able to do what I needed to do.
Did you know that your ophthalmologist would take the CareCredit credit card? Or was that a surprise?
It was a surprise.
A good one.
A very good one. and from what the people in his office said, they have recommended it for people too, because it is such a help to them.
Yeah.
And of course, then the doctor likes it because he gets paid.
Right. He gets to do the procedure with no worries.
And we get to choose how we make the payment. I was able to budget and pay it off before the interest accrued. So it's a win-win.
Win-win. Saving all those pennies worked out. So you mentioned needing dental work in the future.
Yes.
How near future?
Next month.
Oh, very near.
Very near.
Okay, what do you have to have done?
I will have to have a couple of teeth removed, and I may need to have some artificial teeth put in.
Some implants.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Nervous.
Yeah. Dental work is not fun usually, but we do it and everything's fine eventually. Yeah. So did you find a dentist that accepts the CareCredit credit card, or was that
Yes.
another surprise?
Yes. No.
You were
I
looking.
found out before I went to the dentist that he would accept CareCredit, and I had some work that was expensive to me a year or so ago, and there was absolutely no problem. So now I have this much more expensive charges that will be coming up, and he accepts the credit.
Joan, have you told your friends or family members about the card and everything you've been through?
Yes. And one of the times I'm remembering now, my son needed to have some teeth removed, and he was in between jobs at the time, and was in a lot of pain, and I was able to have the dental work done for him, and I paid for it.
What a good mama.
No, he's a good son.
Oh, I love you.
But just to have the freedom to do something like that is just wonderful. So I tell all my friends about this CareCredit card, which is also a pretty green card.
Yeah. You like it. It's fancy.
I like the color.
If you could write a review for CareCredit, just based on, gosh, even years ago when you got the hearing aid, like based on your whole entire experience, what would you say about it, your whole experience?
I'm sorry, I keep going back to '86 and not having a lot of money.
Don't be sorry.
It is the freedom when somebody says, or when the doctor says, you need this done, Joan, that I can have it done. I'm not going to cry.
It's a safe space if you do.
But it is such a relief when you've had the burden of paying for things and not having anybody to help you. It is wonderful to have a facility like this card that understands what people need, and they take care of it.
Joan, thank you so much for sharing your story. We are so happy that we can be on your journey with you, and that you've had nothing but success. We're happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Wow, Joan's story is truly inspiring, and CareCredit was proud to be a part of it. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national health care credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.